This town looks peaceful enough. Let's find out if looks deceive.
Oh, we dwarves had a kingdom, and...
Well met, friend. Interested in Driftwood's finest catch?
You look down at the cart and see fish with flaking scales, tumours and, in one case, 3 heads.
It's free to look. Just don't touch nothing unless you're gonna make my purse jingle. Fair travels, friend.
Woke up this morning in the west.
Tell me, have you heard any news?
Nothing good. The void woken are everywhere.
And so, that's all you got.
Thank the divine you're here to protect us.
Yes, of course.
How you holding up?
Not in any mood to talk about it.
Woke up this morning in the west. Can't get that thing in my mind. You made it back. Safe and sound. That's all you got to think about right now.
Lucian's Day coming and I can't afford tatters. What's the world coming to?
Good day to you.
More humans. Just what we needed.
Have you heard any news?
Nothing good. The void woken are everywhere. Wars are brewing, my friend, and I'll stand by your side. But prices will go up, even for one of our own. Buy now and buy often. Special prices for you, my friend. Gotta stick with your own in times of trouble, right? War is hell, my friend, but it's very good for business. Good luck to you.
Safe and sound. That's all you got to think about right now.
Your fish stinks of the void. What kind of rat would sell such filth?
The kind that don't fancy starving, along with the rest of this town. It's all well and good for you with your rations. We've got to take what we can get.
Keep talking, Wolf, and you'll end up eating sawdust from a cell floor.
Ah.
There's no safety function. Well, keep steady. People still need potions. Very soon enough.
Your fish stinks of the void. What kind of rat would sell such filth?
2 dozen
The kind that don't fancy starving, along with the rest of this town. It's all well and good for you with your rations. We've got to take what we can get.
Keep talking, dwarf, and you'll end up eating sawdust from a cell floor.
Ah.
Divine order to march against the ancient empire! We'll be by soon enough.
That will protect against void wake.
Hear ye! Bishop Alexander was slain by Seekers! Culprit still at large!
Your fish stinks of the void. What kind of rat would sell such filth?
The kind that don't fancy starving, along with the rest of this town. It's all well and good for you with your rations. We've got to take what we can get.
Keep talking, dwarf, and you'll end up eating sawdust from a cell floor.
Ah.
Bishop Alexander was slain by Seekers! Culprit still at large!
Void walking. God, stop this beast.
Smells worse over here than a dozen rotten eggs dropped in a vat of vinegar.
Then don't come over. Not like you're buying anything.
If I don't come visit you, Ton, who will?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Keeping it together, Bree.
I'm all right. As long as
Hear ye! You see from a to march against the ancient empire! Hear ye! Bishop Alexander was slain by Seekers! Culprit still at large! Keeping it together, Bree.
I'm all right. As long as
Hear ye!
we're
safe from a never forget. We're in subordination!
Got word from the factory that another boat went down. Things ain't looking good.
Yeah. You suppose the Madisons will get rid of the Void Woken anytime soon?
Doubt it. Now they've got that hellacious general in charge. What did they call her? The Axe?
The Hammer. Hope you're wrong. Time will tell, I suppose.
Keeping it together, Bree.
I'm all right.
Hear ye! Bishop Alexander was slain by Seekers! Culprit still at large!
Your fish stinks of the void. What kind of rat would sell such filth?
The kind that don't fancy starving, along with the rest of this town. It's all well and good for you with your rations. We've got to take what we can get.
Keep talking, dwarf, and you'll end up eating sawdust from a cell floor.
I'm all right, as long as I don't too much.
You're safe among friends. Never forget it. Got word from the factory that another boat went down. Things ain't looking good.
Yeah. You suppose the Madisons will get rid of the Void Woken anytime soon?
Doubt it. Now they've got that hellacious general in charge. What do they call her? The Axe?
The Hammer. Hope you're wrong. Time will tell, I suppose.
Your fish stinks of the void.
The kind that don't fancy starving
together,
along
Bree.
with the rest of this town.
I'm all
It's all well and good for you with your rations. We've got to take what we can get.
You're safe among friends.
Keep talking,
Never forget
dwarf, and
it.
you'll end up eating sawdust from a cell floor.
Ah.
Could be worse, you know.
Hard to see how.
You could be a dwarf, for starters.
woke up this morning in sweat. Can't get that thing in the mold.
I made it back, safe and sound. That's all you gotta think about right now.
Easier said than done, Ada.
You inevitable protecting a
Got word from the factory that another boat went down. Things ain't looking good.
Yeah. You suppose the Madisons will get rid of the Void Woken anytime soon?
Doubt it. Now they've got that hellacious general in charge. What do they call her? The Axe?
The Hammer. I'm back again, eh? Looking for anything in particular?
Keeping it together, Bree. You're safe among friends. Never forget it.
As you will, chum.
How you holding up?
Not in any mood to talk about it.
Steady. You will feel the emotion. We die soon enough. You eating any of your own fish?
You kidding? I don't eat what I sell. I usually buy from Ovis over there.
Ovis? How can you afford his stuff?
I got me a sweet deal. And that's all you need to know.
How you holding up?
not in any mood to talk about it.
Back again, eh? Looking for anything in particular? Have it your way, mate.
Smells worse over here than a dozen rotten eggs dropped in a vat of vinegar.
Hey, this news! Fresh from the War Owl! Hear all about it! Many a latest, my friend. The war, the bishop, the queen. What tickles your fancy? Seven savers. Stabbed in the back he was by them vile, low-born, treacherous seekers. Kill 'em all, I say. Do 'em like Magister Raymond did old Lady Seaver. That'll teach them traitors. I mean, they doomed us all, didn't they? The son of the divine is dead. Gone. Who'll save us now? Ain't looking too good for them lizards. Word is, the Divine Order's gonna hit the ancient empire and hit it hard. You remember what happened to the elves, don't you? Ain't no one left standing when you treat them to death, Frog. Jolly Justinia, Queen of the Dwarves. Ha! Scourge, more like. Here's 20 or so noble gentlemen. No one knows what they did wrong, if anything, and she has them stripped and whipped all the way to the execution grounds. Didn't even give them the dignity of the sword, no sir. Had them all hung. Real slow like. You ask me, and I say she's mad as a mink with its tail on fire. Queen or no queen.
Traitors will not be tolerated in Driftwood. We even dragged the sorcerer's Meister out of town to be hung, so her blood would not stain these cobbles. Damn it! Magister Raymond wanted word in the caravan, but I had hoped the news would not be so grim. Report this to the Magister at the docks at once.
Keeping it together, Bree.
What are those big cold to me? Hello, mister.
The little boy looks at you. He picks his nose.
You be careful. My daddy's a magister.
No, he's not. His daddy's a fisherman like most daddies round here.
They stare at you in disbelief. Then they start laughing.
You're weird. We were waiting for our friend. He went for a swim. He'll be back soon.
He went swimming all the way to Fort Happy.
For Joy?
That's what I said. Fort Joy. He's going to find his mum and bring her back. That's right.
I think he's an idiot. And when he gets back, I'm going to tell him so. I miss Joe's mum. Hello, mister.
The little boy beside her looks at you. He picks his nose.
We're waiting for Joe.
Hello, mister.
The little boy beside her...
We're waiting for Joe.
Raspy gusts of breath wheeze from the creature's badly mangled mouth as he lifts and drops cargo with automaton-like precision.
You too, Julian. Show them how it's done, man. Go on, you mute sacks of flesh! Put your backs into it! I'll not lose another day to the tide! The Lord Dread awaits! Its sails billow with Dallas's breath!
The Magister stops, barking orders. He sniffs the air like a predator, turns to face you, the wolf eyeing the deer.
Oh, but yours is not a stink like the one that surrounds us, spat from a dying sea. Yours is a scent that invites a question. Tell me, have you ever been strung up by the hands? Your body swinging like a bell's clapper as your bones are being broken with cast iron rods? Of course you haven't. We've only just met.
He licks his lips. Dry flesh turns wet.
See, I'd like to string you up too. Rack you with rods and leave you dangling over a puddle of your own blood and piss. Oh, no, 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 no. That won't do at all. Innocence is a mask that doesn't fit. I'm very good at what I do, see? I don't even need a sauce hound yapping by my side. There was a whiff of something in the air when you approached. A current of filth. That is to say, sauce. Best convince me I was mistaken.
He leans in closer and sniffs the air once more.
Interesting. So I was mistaken. Must have been ambition I smelled on you, not the magic that dare not speak its name. Very well. In that case, we'll forego the gallows and turn straight to the hunt. The very definition of your order's existence. Seems peaceful here, doesn't it? A quiet day in a quiet town. One wouldn't think these drifting woods toss on dwarf-troubled waters. But they do. Consider for a moment the dwarf. What is he? A mule, a beast of burden. But some defy that role. There are rats among them, dancing to their rat queen's tune. I've need of a rat catcher. Of course. I must depart post-haste, but Julian here will stay behind and be a good little parrot. Ask, and he will answer.
Stay behind? But I've my orders. Same as you. Dallas.
Like I said, Julian is staying. And with that, I must be off. No hard feelings about the death threats, of course. How about we part shaking hands instead of stringing them up?
For a few moments, his hand hangs motionless in the air, then is withdrawn with a swift and determined finality.
Hard feelings it is. I'll remember. Time has come, my stitched-lipped lovelies. We set sail. Get on board and man your stations.
The Magister is rubbing the dirt off his robes, none the worse for wear, apparently, from the blast of magic that knocked him off his feet.
You! The supposed source hunter! I'd be whining and dining aboard the Lord Dread if it weren't for you. Your meddling in Magister affairs had better be worth it. Oh, I'm ever so pleased you changed your mind. Given that it's cost me my place on the Lord Dread. Now answer me. Did you meet with a Magister caravan on your way into town? The hour's growing late and I'm beginning to worry something might have gone wrong. By the Bishop's bones, you saw it? Now, out with it, man. What happened? Dwarves! Now pox on those bearded devils. Raymond, that old goat, always suspected there's more to the Driftwood dwarves than meets the eye. Hate to admit it, but I think he may be right. Too many things have gone wrong along Reaper's Coast to attribute to bad luck. Magister ships sinking, weapons disappearing, and as you've seen, a caravan attacked and destroyed. Rumour has it the Dwarvian Queen herself is behind these acts of sabotage. That is what I want you to prove. They've always been snakes in the grass. Cheap labour, sure, and hard workers too. Half of them are their queen's spies. Her eyes, her ears, her poison-pouring hands.